Hello everyone. Welcome to another fantastic race. This is Super Mario World No Cape, No Star World Tournament. We have Calco and Storster starting off against each other. Very excited to watch this. I know Calco has, it's showing me on speedrun.com that he's currently the record holder for this route at 34 minutes, 23 seconds, 770 milliseconds. And I do want to bring up milliseconds because all of the Super Mario World runs are extremely well done and well crafted. So it's going to be fantastic to watch both of these runners go today and see the whole race done. I think I'm wondering. There we go. Yeah, I was wondering. I saw Storster's screen pause for just a second. I was assuming that it was pausing just so we sync up the two streams, and there we are. So now we can actually see really distinctly who's going to be taking the lead, when, where. And I see the chat going a little crazy right now. So this is, it's fun to see that hype. Seeing the runners take on Yoshi Island 3, this is one of my favorite levels, and it's one of the levels that's done in almost every Super Mario World speedrun. Just amazing to see each of those platform jumps. It's extremely tight and making it so many little details in that level, such as taking on the brown platforms. You want to get on those brown platforms for as many frames as possible because they're pushing you forward. And then here we are in Yoshi Island 4, a quick fun one. I think Calco has a lead, but maybe only by frames, and that, you know, I can't even be certain about that. I do also want to point out, I mentioned Calco has the what's standing as the world record. Storster is showing that his personal best, their personal best, is 35 minutes and 56 seconds, so very close. I mean, we're only talking about a minute and a half off world record, so this is anyone's game going into this race. Calco getting into that Iggy fight just a couple frames, maybe a second early. Very close, very close. Which is not too surprising in World 1. The World 1 actions are so similar in so many of these runs. So each and every runner I know has done the first, any Super Mario World runner doing Yoshi Island 2, 3, 4, and then Iggy's Castle has done those 4 levels countless times for any number of routes. So we're going to see those very optimized. And then we're going to move in, and this is where this route deviates from a lot of other routes. Is we're going to come in and we're going to skip the feather, which is pretty common to take in most runs. But that's the big difference in this route. No case. falling behind. I apologize. I see someone asked if we lost the commentary. No, I'm still here. I had technical difficulties on my own computer. I apologize. Why did Calco scroll the screen there? Carrick pointed out it spawns the platforms a little earlier, to make sure that they're in the right rotation for where they want to jump. Calco entering Morton's Castle. I am Durwood773. I'm often Durwood773 on other platforms. On Twitch, I'm identified as the Durwood. And actually, you know, that because of that question, that reminds me, I'm gonna put this. There are the runners' Twitch streams. Both of these runners, extremely skilled runners. You should check them out when you have a moment. So that way you can follow them. So the next time they're on, you'll be able to see them and see whatever projects or runs they're working. Calco taking out Morton. See if Storster can get through here and hold on to that fire flower. There's a couple points in this climb that can be pretty punishing. So, and if you take a death, then you have to fight the cycles on your way up. Starts getting the one shot with the fire flower. You're able to fire off 2 fireballs and take out Morton with just 1 jump. So it's almost a one shot. It's like a 1.2 shot, something like that. So even though this route is no cape, you are allowed to fly with Yoshi. If a Yoshi eats a blue shell, or if it's a blue Yoshi and has a shell in its mouth, then it will be able to fly, and that's how we're going to get that secret exit there. We're going to see that again from Storster here. That's why we're bringing the Yoshi into Vanilla Dome 1. I got another question. Do they have to do Castle 3 on this route? They don't. So the only 2 major requirements that they have on this route is no cape and no Star World. So they can take any route as long as it does not break basically those 2 rules. And this route is just a little bit faster to cut through the top route onto the bridges to go straight towards Ludwig's Castle and skip it's Lemmy in Castle 4. Is it Lemmy or Lenny? I always forget the 2, and I always mix the 2 up, even though I've done both fights as well myself. We're gonna skip both of them in this run. Calco doing the Japanese dolphin eating the dolphin buffet. It's Lemmy in Castle 4. Thank you. I appreciate that. We did just do a all castles tournament not too long ago. Carrick ran, you ran that as well, I believe, so he could let us know when that took place. That was a little while ago, and that one does require that you do all of the Koopa kids. Lemmy is 3, Ludwig is 4. Thank you. This is why I always have chat open, is because I am not able to keep anything straight, and I appreciate being correct. But aside from the Koopa Kids, we're about to see Calco enter a Resnar fight, which is the mini boss of this game. We see him twice in this game. Another very punishing one. Also, that wheel that you saw Calco jumping on, that can be, I don't want to say glitchy, but it can be kind of strange in terms of Mario jumping on it, because of the way that it's programmed just a little bit differently than the rest of the platforms in this game, and so it can be pretty punishing as well. See Calco showing off a little bit in Butterbridge 1. I believe this is there. I believe there's only 2 auto-scrollers in this run. Kara can correct me on this. I know that there's the auto-scroller room in Iggy's castle, and then of course there's this auto-scroller. I know for sure that this has got to be the most painfully long auto-scroller. Try. What always worries me about this auto scroller is because of its length, it can trick some of the more experienced runners into a false sense of security, and if you screw up towards the end of it and have to repeat the entire auto scroller, oh, it's just the worst kind of pain for our speedrunning crew. That's all. It's just those 2 auto scrollers in this. Yeah, and there are a few others in the game of Super Mario World, but in this route, there's only the 2. Okay. Thank you for confirming that, Jana. Yeah, so I'm a note from chat. There's the block snake in Castle 5, in Roy's Castle. I do want to point out. I mean, like, there's a few different situations where we see that, where it's not necessarily an auto scroller, but there are cycle limits, or like the snake block, where you do have to wait for something to either allow you to move on, or something along those lines. Another one that I can, lots of pseudo scrollers. The sandbar is another one that we're going to see much later in this run. That can feel definitely like an auto scroller. Calco taking down Ludwig with the 1.2 shot, I'm gonna call it. 2 fireballs count as the first two jumps on Ludwig, and then jumping on Ludwig to take him out. Calco going into the Forest of Illusion. Calco taking a little bit of a hit there, but not losing much time. Storster now coming into the Forest of Illusion, not too much far behind. I mean, this is an incredible run by Storster. It's just, uh, unfortunately, because it is a race, it's comparing against one exact other runner and one exact other race. But it is fantastic. I mean, it's extremely skilled, making his way through this route. Calco getting the Yoshi clip on first attempt. That I'm sure if you've seen these races, we talk about it all the time. It's a 75% chance just to make it into that with that Yoshi clip on first attempt, and so it can hurt every time you go for it. And now we're going to see Storster go in and attempt the same thing. Oh, Storster did not get it on the first attempt, so we're going to go for the backup. Oh, did not get the backup. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. There we go. Storster finally got that Yoshi clip. Didn't lose too much time. It was painful to watch, but it really wasn't as painful as I've seen other runners in this tournament attempt it, not make it, and have to go for easy clip, which does take quite a bit of time to set up for, which is at another part of the level, or worse, have to actually do the level with intended strategies, which is not what you want to see on that in that Forest of Illusion level. Seeing Calco basically making his way out of Forest of Illusion. That will open a route to Roy's Castle, the last Forest of Illusion level. Storster just a level behind. Oh, Storster, oh no. Taking a death, and we'll just have to repeat that level. Calco, though, making his way through Roy's Castle, Roy's Castle, able to keep that Firefly. This is going to allow Calco to do, again, that one shot on Roy and just move through so fast. Storster going into Roy's Castle. Two runners are very close, though. I mean, they're only a level difference, and there's things coming up such as the sandbar clip. There's things that are going to be very tight, and so, for example, if Calco goes for sandbar and unfortunately takes a death there, that may be some time for Storster to catch up. That's one of the bigger ones. I mean, any small accident that causes a death, like the one that Storster just showed us, maybe. No, we're not going to see that from Calco, but I'm sorry to see that from Storster. Oh no, giving Calco just a little bit more time to get ahead. Storster doing Roy's Castle without any kind of power up. This is going to prevent Storster from damage boosting through the spike section. Oh no! Oh, Storster has Storster paused it, or I feel like Storster. Oh no! Storster's taking the forfeit. F. Yes, I see the F's in chat. Just that was such a good run. You know, it's so funny because I've never done as good as Storcer in this run up until the forfeit. So I would have kept going if I was that far ahead of my personal best. So, but you know, it's everyone's at their own level, right? Stores are commenting in chat that I got a 35 in this category a few days ago, and that's all I wanted. So definitely with good spirits. Thank you so much for the race. If you're listening to commentary, that was incredible to watch that run. So thank you. Calco taking on Wendy's Castle. This is another. I mean, it's so fun to see the different skips you can make and different. It wants to give you cycle skips, or it wants to give you cycles with the different obstacles, the crushing walls up and down. But Calco just skipping all of them all the way through. Wendy done, we're going to be heading into the Sunken Ghost ship. Are we all ready for it? There's the orb. Orb. Moving on to Valley of Bowser 1. Each of these levels just giving a little bit of tricks and obstacles for us to get through that are all just a little bit more difficult than the rest of the game. Did see Calco? I see a lot of runners at the end part. They'll grab a block to take through the end tape, and that will give them a free mushroom. I see the Calco skip that. However, I do know that there is the midway tape in this next level here that will give basically a free power up, and that will allow for the sandbar clip. So let's see, this is another difficult trick that is not always under control of the runner. Let's see if Calco's going to be able to make it. Oh, there we go. Calco gets that sandbar click. It's always awesome to see that. I'm going to remind everyone that the current world record on speedrun.com is 34 minutes and 23 seconds, which is held by Calco. Again, I don't know if that has been beaten recently, because oftentimes when we hold one of these tournaments, those records do get Calco taking on Bowser. As soon as we finish this fight, Calco officially won this race. Again, 34-23. I have seen a couple very slight errors. So I don't think we're going to see world record, because this run has just been incredible. But we're going to See a good ball skip there, and I'm just very curious as to see how close to the world record and his personal best that we're going to see. There we go. GG Calco, officially the winner of this race. Mark that down so we see it. There we go. Little winner tag pop up. GG's in chat. It's wonderful to see. Excellent race. Excellent by both runners. I know we had a forfeit there, but it was a fantastic run by Storster up until Roy's Castle. Calco, fantastic run. 34:53. That is an amazing time. That is just 30 seconds off from the world record there, which is, you know, and just to put that in perspective, if this was an added time, it would still be it would be 10th place if Calco had never posted a time before. This would be top 10 in the running for world record. So just an absolutely fantastic run. See Calco mentioning in chat that we were having capture card issues, which is why we didn't have sound. Why are capture cards so hard? They're never easy to deal with, and they're extremely expensive. And you'd think that computers these days would just be able to figure this kind of stuff out, rather than breaking on every chance it gets. Either way, thank you, Calco, so much for that run. That was amazing to watch. If you can hear me now. Well, that was a fantastic race. I wanted to thank everyone so much for being here and watching the race with me. I want to thank both the runners, Calco and Storster, for taking the time to race today. I'm going to point out that coming up at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, we have our next race, Dactyly versus Seathorn, and then uh, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So we're going to see Fitz and Dunkel go head to head, and then we're going to have a couple more races tomorrow with you, Mario, and Louis. You, Mario versus Louis, and then Sten versus IDAP. So that's going to be very exciting. At this point, I do want to thank everyone again so much for joining us, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. My name is Durwood773. I'll put my link in chat. I'll also put the runners' links in chat. Definitely go check all those people out. Thank you all again, and I will see you next time.